Hi, everyone. This is Diane, and welcome back. Today, we are talking about frequency of our health. We learned in the first video how energy is affecting all of us, that energy is vibrating atoms through in all things around us, and how our nervous system is taking in that information and our body is explaining to us what we're seeing and experiencing. Well, we need to take this into just have a little understanding about how this impacts our physical health and our physical vibration. So we all know there's many factors that feed into our emotional, our mental, and our physical health. But this is just reminding us that we do need to be aware of the subtle energies that we don't sense with our five physical senses. In the first video, we talked about 50 cycles equals 50 hertz, how something vibrating 50 cycles equals 50 hertz. Well, we're going to measure the human frequency with a little bit higher vibration, and this actually is measured in megahertz when we're talking about the physical body and measuring the frequency of that. So 1,000,000 vibrations per second equals 1 megahertz. So that's definitely up a notch. Well, but when we're talking about our vibration and frequency, like our bank account, we want this to stay high. And when we put it in those terms, I don't know about you, but I can definitely equate to that because I definitely want the my bank account to be a little bit higher than lower for sure. So the atoms that are vibrating, the atoms that we are, every part of us, it has a different vibration. So our brain is going to have a different frequency, a different vibration than, let's say, our left knee. And our, the organ of our thymus is going to have a different frequency or vibration than our colon. But if you take the collective number of all of the cells, the different organs, the bones, all of the vibrating frequencies of a human, that average number, if you take all those numbers and average them, a healthy human has a frequency between 62 and 68 megahertz. So that's where we want to be. That's where we're feeling good. We're happy. We're flowing through our day. We may hit a few bumps here and there, but we're staying healthy. We rarely get sick. We're not on any prescription medications. We're not on a lot of different, needing different substances outside of ourselves to feel happy and good. So as soon as our vibration, the average number, drops below that 62 megahertz, our cells begin to mutate. And I don't know about you, but as soon as I heard that word mutate, it's kind of a little concerning, right? So if our average vibration drops to 58 megahertz, this is when we're going to be getting those colds and the flus, and we're going to pick up every little thing that's going to go around. If our vibration drops to 52 megahertz, that's when we're going to get a little more serious dis-ease in our body, like the Epstein-Barr virus and more serious complications with our health. And if that vibration, the average frequency, drops to 42 megahertz, this is when we can develop cancer. And that's a number that's very real for a lot of people, as many have experienced or know somebody who's had or developed cancer. And if our cells continue to mutate and change, and we get to the average frequency of 25 megahertz, that's when the death process starts. So we definitely want to keep our vibration high. Now, we talked about how energy impacts other energies. So how we can keep our vibration high is exposing ourselves to higher vibrational energy and kind of limit our exposure to the lower vibrational energy. Makes sense, right? But let's go through some simple things that we may be aware of, or maybe not, of what can impact our vibration and our frequency. One thing we can't avoid as humans is air. Now, it makes sense that if we're exposing ourselves to very polluted air and staying in congested areas, that's going to lower our vibration if we're constantly breathing in polluted air. What's going to raise our vibration is fresh air, open spaces, being able to just breathe in nature. That's going to raise our vibration. What about foods? This is something that's very in our face with everyone telling us what to eat, how to eat, when to eat, all of these things. But on the simple analogy of just thinking about if you're going to eat processed, genetically modified foods that have additives, food dyes, and substances like that, it's going to lower your vibration. If you're going to commit to eating more natural, organic, and making foods at home, that's going to raise your vibration. The next thing that's in our everyday world is like cleaning supplies. We know that if you're pouring toxins on something, it's going to eat away at that, right? And toxic chemicals are going to lower our vibration. Even that goes into the air. So if you're cleaning your home with toxic chemicals, you're not only exposing your skin to that, which is your biggest organ, you're also breathing in some of those chemicals, which is like a double hit to your lower vibrational bank account. So you kind of want to, if you're able to, cleaning products, a lot of times, we don't want to really go to the natural because we're used to what we have, but sometimes that may be a big benefit, especially if you already have health problems. Cleaning with natural products, vinegar and, baking soda and hydrogen peroxide, all those simple, the more easy based products are going to be a little more easy on our vibrational frequency of our body. The other thing is body care products. Again, the toxins, you read some of the labels of these things, and if there's a ton of additives and sulfates and other products and food, the dyes even in products that we put on our body, this is crazy. That's going to lower our frequency. If we use more natural-based products and less additives and so forth, those more natural products is what our body knows, and that's going to, increase our vibration. What about our sleep? We are running in a society now that we're on the go, 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 go. But when we do that, it's going to lower our vibration. Our bodies truly need time to rest, to recharge, because this is when our body heals. This is when a lot of the cellular regeneration takes place, and we can totally just wind down. So having some time, getting a full night's sleep. I know it's so hard with our busy lives these days, but it really does impact your vibration, your health, and your mental and emotional well-being. Another thing, what else is going to lower our vibration is a sedentary lifestyle. If we are just sitting around and, surfing our phones or playing games constantly and just being very sedentary, this isn't good for our bodies. Our human body was designed to move. So a sedentary lifestyle is very much going to lower our vibration. But if we get active, even just 30 to 45 minutes a day of either yoga, tai chi, walking, swimming, biking, or more vigorous if you enjoy boxing or full out running or, lifting weights, whatever it may be, moving your body every single day for 30 to 45 minutes, an hour if you can. Because a lot of times when we're doing exercise, that allows us to clear our heads and be at our own space, and it's our own time. So that can very much raise our vibration as well. What about the spaces we live in? Some of us, I walk a lot and I go by people's garages and they are full of stuff, very cluttered, unorganized, just packed full of stuff. And this tight, congestion of all of this stuff, that's stagnant old energy, because energy can't flow through that. So that's going to lower your vibration. If you look around your house and you can barely walk through your living room, I'm sorry, but that is going to be very stagnant to your energy, because if the energy around you is stagnant, then your energy is going to be stagnant as well. So our spaces, we want to have them organized, open, maybe some plants, maybe a little fountain. If we can hear that, that's going to raise our vibration. We mentioned about air, but just nature in and of itself. Nonstop running around and never enjoying nature and getting out in the sun. This can lower your vibration. The sun is very healing. Nature is very, very healing. And if we're constantly being stimulated in our physical world and not having that time in nature to, again, recharge. So being overstimulated and not in touch with nature, that's going to lower your vibration. If you can get out, take a walk at a park, something like that, that'll raise your vibration. Okay. So these are all things that we can do in our physical world. But now let's talk about things that are with us 24/7, 365 days a year, nights, weekends, holidays, vacations, all the time. This is something that many people don't realize can very much affect our vibration, our thoughts. Where is our self-talk? Every cell in our body hears every thought we think. So we're constantly criticizing ourselves, we're blaming ourselves, and we're not liking ourselves. That self-talk is very much going to lower our vibration. our thoughts go out into the energy field around us. So if we're constantly thinking these negative thoughts, that negative energy is going to be in our vibration. Even if we're portraying our happy mood when we're with other people for those couple hours, the thing is the person that we're with 24/7 is us. And if we're thinking these thoughts, those are with us all the time. Our thoughts feed into our emotions. What about our emotional states of being insecure, hopeless, frustration? I feel unsupported. I'm overwhelmed. I just dread things. Being in these various lower vibrational states constantly are going to lower our vibration faster than any pizza that you could ever eat. Uh, I truly believe that. So we have to be very aware of our thoughts and our emotions. Think about those positive emotions, of love, appreciation, joy, happiness, being in awe. When was the last time that you saw something that you were just stopped in your tracks and were taken away by the awe, the beauty, or how perhaps it drew you into the moment? That is very much going to raise your vibration. Okay, so we've got our thoughts, we've got our emotions. What about our belief system? What about our limiting beliefs? Do we have some limiting beliefs out there? I don't know about you, but I had quite a few when I first started my journey, and my health was not good at all. So think about a few of those limiting beliefs that we say to ourselves all the time, just like our thoughts. These are the patterns of our thoughts. Life is hard. I'll be happy when I'm being judged. I need to know the outcome of something. I have to know. I'm not good enough. I can't start until something happens. I'm not that good, so why bother? All of these lower vibrational energies are not only lower vibration, but they keep us stuck. So if we can start to shift these, this is going to raise our vibration. With some of my friends, sometimes when we catch ourselves saying something negative, we make ourselves turn around and find two positives in the situation. So if that's something you might want to play with too, if you catch yourself with a negative thought, force yourself to think of two positives, because more than likely, if you live in the culture that we do, there's some positives out there. If you have a roof over your head, food on your plate, family, friends, whatever, you have some positives to find. And let's look at those couple positive beliefs. Life flows easily if I can get out of my own way. Just remembering that. I'm happy with how my day flowed. At the end of the day, just be happy with how that day flowed. I'm okay with the unknown. It's okay not to know what's going to happen. Who doesn't like a surprise? And if you're in a good vibration, those surprises are going to be good. I am good enough. Sometimes we say that I'm not good enough, but saying to yourself, I am good enough, that can really boost your own spirits. I'll start today with just 10 minutes of XYZ. How oftentimes do we dread a project? I have found this over and over. There's projects that I just simply dread. But the minute I start and I'm 5 minutes into it, then I'm all in. So it's just a matter of getting started. So promise yourself you just go do something for 10 minutes, the yoga, the Tai Chi, maybe a walk, maybe meditation, or, cleaning out a closet or something. Just do something for 10 minutes. And we all have to start somewhere. Sometimes even like by doing these videos for everyone out there, I've had so many people ask about them, but we all have to start somewhere. So you guys are bearing with me as I get going, and my positive thoughts will gonna, raise my vibration. So this is a lot of stuff that's affecting our energy, right? Sometimes we recognize the physical things that we know, we've been told over and over, this is going to be good for us, this is not so good for us, and so on. But then, the more probably powerful things are the things that are with us all the time, that are, our thoughts, our emotions, our limiting beliefs. These things are with us all the time and very much affect our vibration and our vibrational bank account, if you will. So your homework for this video is to really tune in and pay attention to what's triggering your emotions. What does somebody say or do, or what's situation that you're in that you instantly have that emotional reaction, and you want to point the finger at somebody else? Well, take a pause and pay attention to, if you can fine tune like what emotion is that you're feeling, or why, just hone in on that first and try to figure out what the common emotional patterns are. When you can start diving in and finding out the patterns in all areas of your life, if it's triggering you, maybe at your day job, your family, even when, with friends, or even when you're by yourself, what's triggering your emotions? You can start to dive in and start to really understand, your thoughts, your emotions, and perhaps your limiting beliefs. So stay tuned for the next video. We're going to take a little bit deeper dive into the nervous system, because this system is what is our physical bodies are using to interpret, but how could that nervous system be affecting other parts of our overall health? So hopefully you enjoyed today's video and got some information out of it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. And until then, namaste.